Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside the Spartans. My name is Chuck Guglielmo, and we are here at the New Leaf Event Center recording today's show on Tuesday, December the 16th. Very cold outside, temperatures in the 20s, and we are going to talk about swimming. Now, not many people would want to talk about swimming when it's 23 degrees outside, but you guys, of course, we all know it's indoor swimming. We have Logan Knight, senior, and also senior Liam Rich. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thanks for coming on the show on a school day. How did I get you out of school? Or do you have the CCP?
CCP.
Oh, both of you have that. Okay. Well, it's nice to have you guys on the show. I'm assuming you guys are co-captains of the team?
Yes.
So good for that. And Liam, I'll start with you. The opening swim meet, you broke a couple of school records. Share with us what you broke.
So I broke the 50 breaststroke and the 100 IM. Those are two that were both held by, I believe, Levi previously. And those are ones I've been after for a while. It was quite an achievement. I'm very happy with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And any other extracurricular activities you do?
I'm a freelance artist, but other than that, not really.
Well, that's outstanding. Yeah. He says I had him on the show before. I just don't remember when it was. Maybe, have you been swimming all 4 years?
I have, yes.
Okay, maybe it was a freshman or
I
sophomore.
think so.
It could be.
Yeah.
And then we have Logan Knight, who's also a co-captain on the swim team. And of course, Logan, National Honor Society. Are you National Honor Society?
I am not.
Logan, National Honor Society, soccer, swimming,
track and youth philanthropy.
track, and youth philanthropy. And you'll probably be part of my January 8th interview on that then. Abby Breck is setting that up for me. Is she like the leader of the youth philanthropy?
We don't technically have a leader, but she does, for the most part, set up a lot of what we do.
Okay, we're going to be doing that one on January 8th.
All right.
Now, whether she included you or not, I don't know, but I told her to pick 4 or 5 people. So
I believe I'm in that group chat, yes.
one of them's Abby, another Abby.
Yeah, we have 2 Abbies.
Yeah.
It makes it interesting because they're both pretty good leaders in that group.
Mm-hmm. So you do a lot, and you do a lot. And so my first question will be for you, Logan. What first inspired you to get into swimming, competitive swimming?
So my freshman year, during my middle school career, I did basketball during the winter season. And my freshman year, I decided I didn't want to do basketball. Team just didn't seem right for me. So I planned on just taking an off season. But one of my friends, Cole Sorensen, was a junior. And he convinced me to do it. And I just fell in love with it.
Mm-hmm. Now, you said basketball. Did you play that at middle school?
Yes, 7th and 8th grade.
Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy basketball. A lot of my friends did basketball for the high school, but I just wanted the free season. I just thought I needed the extra time.
Mm-hmm. Now, the middle school has some swimmers too. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did they have that when you were in middle school? Were they allowed to be on the swim team?
No. Brady Morrison was probably the closest person, but we didn't technically have a true middle school team, I think, until last year.
Yeah, I think it was last year.
Last year is when we first made it official.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Liam? What first inspired you to get into competitive swimming?
Well, it's in my blood. My family has been big swimmers for several generations. My cousin actually knows Katie Ledecky and other Olympic swimmers, and she's been to Olympic tryouts at least once. So on my mother's side of my family, I have quite the swimmer blood, and that was what first inspired me to get into it when I was like 8, I believe.
So you picked that right up.
Yes, right up.
And did you also swim from a young age? Like, did you go to swimming lessons?
I always went to public pools, but never actually got into real technical swimming until my freshman year.
Mm-hmm. And now you have a younger brother that's a freshman. Is he into swimming?
Yes, he was a part of the middle school team last year.
Okay, so he's into swimming with you this year and soccer.
Yes.
Nice to have a brother on the team when, especially you're the older one.
Yeah.
Liam, how do you stay motivated during tough training periods?
Well, I would believe it's just strict discipline. I swim for 2 teams, the USA team at Spire.
Oh, I did not know that.
The Spire Swim Club, as well as the Conneaut High School. So I think working with the coach there, He's a very, very strict, heavy on discipline. He keeps you going perpetually, and he expects you to be on time. And I think just that kind of strict discipline has led me to just a point where I feel motivated most of the time to just keep going.
Is that something you get selected to, or do you got to apply for it? How does that all work?
It's an open team. I think you just pay for it like most other teams, like the YMCA team.
Any
like
others from the Spartans?
Not from the Spartans. Well, except my little brother, who is also on
The
both
swim-
teams. Yeah.
Okay, and he's what, a freshman as well?
No, he's in the middle school.
Okay. What's his first name?
Ewan.
Okay. What grade?
He's in 8th grade.
8th grade. Logan, what about you staying motivated during tough training periods? Because I assume they are tough training periods.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know much about swimming, so if I'm saying something that doesn't make sense, feel free to come
No,
out
I mean,
and say
it matches so far.
To me, I would think it would be tough training periods.
There is, and it's mostly just striving to make my team better and just support for my coaches, whether it's Mr. Morrison or his son Ethan, who's our assistant coach this year. He's really been hands-on.
Ethan,
Yeah.
Yes.
I told him when he was a senior that he should think about coming back coaching swimming here, and he's giving it some thought.
Oh yeah,
Because he knows, well, both him and his dad will tell you he knows more about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, as soon as he came in, our practices got much more difficult, and he knows every aspect of swimming.
Mm-hmm.
So he really helps push us, and then also just looking forward to all county and our CVC tournament, and just trying to make sure we win.
And that's coming up.
Yep, that'll be in January.
So in a swim season, school swim season, about how many meets do you get in? You know, like a football plays 10 games, basketball 22. What about swim?
I think it's about 9 to 10 meets. It's somewhere
Yeah.
around there.
And that
It's about
goes,
every weekend.
and that goes December, January? Does it
Into
get
a
into
little bit,
February?
goes a little bit into February.
But
Yeah.
it starts in December.
Yes, that's when our first
But your
meet is.
training probably starts when, in November?
Yeah.
Yes.
Logan, biggest inspiration in the swimming world?
Ooh. Probably again, it's got to be my assistant coach, Ethan Morrison. He really pushes me a lot, and he keeps me on track. Like, even when I have a bad race, he makes sure I know that I've come a far ways. So, I mean, he really does he makes me want to be a better swimmer.
How about on the high school level, an inspiration, whether it's from your team or any of the other teams that you go up against?
High school level, it's got to be Liam. I mean, him and his brother in the water, they're demons. It's a totally different level of swimming.
And how about, well, you just answered this third part of it, was going to be your team, so you picked Liam. Liam, what about you in those three things? The world, high school, and team, your big inspiration?
For the world, just, I guess, seeing, like, I saw the Olympics as a small kid, and I was like, wow, they go really fast. And then for my team, definitely Ethan Morrison. I mean, he's a rather new acquaintance, but he is fantastic. He motivates everyone there, and he knows what he's doing. It's so helpful.
Yeah, he's just terrific on that. And swimming is not all that old here at the Caveat High School. 7, 8 years, maybe?
Yeah, it's still a fairly new team.
Yeah. Liam, if you weren't swimming, would there be another winter sport that you might consider? Say we didn't have swimming.
That's a tough one.
Well, you only got, what, 3 to choose? 2 to, well, we got boys basketball and wrestling, right?
I think
That's
about
true.
it.
Would you forget it? Or
I think I would do with wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah, I have a couple friends who do some wrestling, so it's an option.
Logan?
Probably wrestling.
Wrestling too? Even though you did play basketball.
Yeah, I've slightly fallen out of love with the sport, and I think I could be decent at wrestling if I gave it a chance.
Liam, describe your season so far in one word. Just one word. We're all getting the same questions.
Exhilarating?
Exhilarating. That's a good, strong word. Yeah.
Oh, this is tough. All in one word. Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Yeah.
Now, exhilarating. If I would have said one word before the season, would it still be that word, or would
Before
you
the
change it?
season. I would say Almost.
Almost. How about you?
Definitely.
Almost. Run me through a daily swimming routine, Logan. You will
So
not get this question.
mostly try to be at the spire around 5:30 so we can start our team warm up. Just get ready and loose before we get in the water. At 6 o'clock is when our lanes actually open. We'll jump in. Ethan always gives us the same warm up for 100-meter swims. And then as we're doing that, he'll write something up on the board, some crazy workout. Then he'll pull us out of the water after warm up and he'll explain everything that we're about to go through.
Now, about how many lanes are at the Spire? Because it's not just Conneaut that's there.
Oh, there's
it's the whole
multiple
county,
teams,
right?
yes.
Are you usually there at the same time, or is there different time periods?
There's different time periods where the teams show up in. During our time period, I think it's Conneaut, PV, and Jefferson are all swimming at the same time. And then after us, it's Edgewood and Geneva. And then before us is Lakeside. So they have us split up into different times.
So you know a lot of these other swimmers from the other schools?
A couple of them, yeah. Just through like friendly banter, similar teams that have stayed throughout my career.
Liam, what would you say as far as Conneaut is concerned, the boy-girl ratio as far as swimming?
It's pretty balanced. Last year we had less boys, but now we have majority boys, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of flip-flops.
And numbers are up. Every year they seem to go up, because I think when we first started, we had 4 and we were consolidating with the Dragons.
Yes.
Am I right on that? Mental preparation before a big swim meet. Liam, what's that like?
Mental
Because
preparation.
we think of everything, we always think physical, but mental can be very big when it comes to playing any sport.
Well, you need to get your rest, I'd say. Like, just doing the right things and knowing they're the right things is important, because even if people say to do it, you have to experience that. Like, you have to know that swimming is good for you. You're going to show up and you're going to be ready. Also, going through the individual events beforehand, like the different turns, for example, an IM stroke, which is all 4 strokes combined in one event, you have to focus on a lot of different turns and a lot of different movements, and it's helpful to go through that one at a time so that you understand beforehand what's going to happen.
What I'm hearing so far from both of you, because you're both seniors, you're experienced swimmers though, but I get the feeling that you can't be complacent. There's still room to get better. Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, yeah.
Even
Yeah.
as seniors.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is college swimming in anybody's plans here?
It's a possibility, but I don't think I'm ready for that.
I just plan to focus on more academics when I got into college and ROTC.
You're going in engineering, right? Some kind of
Yes.
engineering?
Mechanical.
Mechanical engineering. And Liam, what about you?
Graphic design.
Oh, 2 great fields. Your favorite event to swim, and why?
It's probably going to be the 200 free relay. It's just the most energetic of all the races. Every team puts their best swimmers, their 4 best swimmers in that event, and it's just to see who can outpace the other. And it's very competitive because the times stay pretty close.
Liam?
I'm going to say the 200 IM is my favorite. It's a hard one. It's not easy, but you usually meet some interesting people along the way as well. Like, it takes a certain kind of person to do such an odd event, and I actually have met a lot of people who are very interesting because they chose to do that event.
And picking a hard one, that means you like challenges. And that definitely would be a challenge. Do the boys, girls practice swimming at the same time, or?
Yes.
Yes.
But is it separate when it comes to meets?
No, it goes like this. You have a certain number of events, and every odds one is a boy and every evens is a girl.
Okay.
Or reverse that.
Okay. And your meets, what are they, meets or meets?
Yep.
Are they in the evening or some of them during the day?
It varies.
Yeah, our swim schedule stays pretty sporadic. For the most part, most of them are at night, but we have a couple that are in the middle of the day, like in the morning.
Like on a Saturday or something?
Saturday, Sunday, we even have one on a Friday, I think, or 2.
During the school day?
Yes. I think is our all county on a Friday?
I believe so, actually.
Yeah, so our all county this year is on a Friday, on a school day. and then also our last meet of the year, sectionals. I
Where do
believe
they usually hold the all-county at?
all counties usually held at the Spire, and the sectionals this year actually won't be held at the Spire. We get to go to Cleveland State.
Yes,
Oh, that'll be
this
nice.
year.
Yeah.
Liam, what is your go-to pre-meet meal or snack?
Oof.
It's not good
Depends
to
on what's in
swim
the
on a full
fridge.
stomach, right? Is that what I hear?
It is in that you need the energy. It's very much an endurance sport, so you need that energy prior, but you don't want to swim with having eaten like right beforehand. That's not always the best choice. So I would say something with meat, especially pasta. Pasta's great. A lot of carbs you need to have for that energy.
So more of a meal rather than a snack.
Yeah.
What about for you, Logan?
I usually stay the same. A lot of the times, like in every sport that I do, I get decently nervous, so I have a harder time holding down a heavier meal. So in the mornings, I try to space out what I eat a little bit better. Start something a little bit heavier with the protein, and then as I build up to my event, I get more snacky.
Good to hear pasta is good for something. Logan, do you listen to a music playlist before a meet to get hyped up like a lot of these sports teams do?
Yes, always in the car ride before I get there. So it's about like a 30-minute car ride. I play whatever's on my playlist, but I make sure it's good music.
And Mr. Rich?
Not as much as I think I should, but I do enjoy some music. I just don't happen to listen to it as much in the mornings.
Do you find it for you, Logan, that it does get you hyped up for your meet?
Oh, of course. It gets me in the mindset, and it gets me ready to truly try to perform my best, give it my all in the water.
Now, do you have fan support?
Fans?
I mean, as far as coming to the meets to watch, like fans that go to other games. And do they pay to get in? Do you know that?
Certain meets.
Yeah, they usually don't have them pay.
Yeah, most meets they don't have you pay, but I think at like the bigger ones, like the Hilltopper or sectionals and all that, they have you pay. But for the most part, it's free to get in. We mostly don't see anybody show up until all county, sometimes sectionals, but those are mostly like the two biggest ones where we get the most support.
Any support like from school administrators or teachers that make
Yeah.
Mr. Paston comes
Mr. Paston comes a lot,
It's very,
and Lori Riley comes in sometimes.
Tony Paston is an excellent athletic administrator. No?
No, he's great. No.
What would you say, Liam? Now you've been in swimming for 4 years.
more than that.
Middle school. We didn't have middle school wrestling. Oh, swimming, right?
Yeah, no, but I've been in it for like 9 years now.
But let's just take the 4 years though from high school. From ninth grade right up to now, how would you say the swimming culture is developing here in Conneaut?
The swimming culture.
Obviously, the numbers are up, so that's
Yeah.
a sign of good
I would
things.
say it's growing. People, they see swim and they're like, oh, jumping in a cold pool at some hour or a crazy hour of the day, you're like, I'm not doing that. That's impossible. But I think, especially with that growth of numbers, it goes to show that, like, we're becoming more well known and respected, and I think that's good. I think that's a lot to do with Mr. Morrison. He's extremely helpful. He cares about all of these people, and I think when people advertise to other students about swim, they're like, the coach is great.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really helped the culture of making it good for swim.
Logan, do you all have strong bonds outside of swimming? Your swim mates outside of swimming?
I'd say a
You
lot.
guys bond pretty well.
I'd say a lot of us that are in swim together, a lot of us got each other into swim just by being friends. We all knew each other outside of sports. A lot of the people I play with or swim with now, like they played soccer with me, or I know them from band or other things. So I'd say, yeah, we have a pretty strong bond.
You guys have mentioned Ethan, Josh's son, a great swimmer, obviously. But he also played basketball, and the two seasons kind of go together. Now, how is that possible that he could do both?
So what we noticed, we had Kindle last year. She was a cheerleader for
Kindle,
basketball.
spring.
So I'm just going based off of her schedule. She would leave the meets early so she could make the games. So I'm assuming that's what Ethan did.
Okay, so like if there was a meet and a basketball game at the same time, is that the player's choice what he wants to do?
So when you
Interesting to me.
when you do a dual sport, they usually make you choose a primary sport, an A and a B sport. So your A sport, you would choose your practices for that sport over the other sport, but you still show up to the B's games and all that. So I think Ethan was able to find a decent balance between the both.
And I would assume the coaches kind of understand
Yeah.
all that as well. What about you, Liam? Do you all have strong bonds outside? Do you feel like Logan does?
Because I don't go to the high school and because I'm mostly homeschooled for most of my life, I don't
I
have
didn't
quite
know
as strong
that.
bonds. But I will say, even in the minimal amount of time I've spent, like just socializing with them, they all care and they do create a bond fast and well.
Now, homeschooled, how long?
Since I think age 6, I was private school before that.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, Logan, funniest person on the swim team.
Ooh, that's tough.
Now we're going to start getting into some good ones.
It's probably got to be Jack Gray. He.
Don't know him.
Yeah, I was finally able to get him to
Senior?
join. Yeah, I was finally.
Jack Gray.
Yes, I was finally able to get him to join my senior year. I've been trying to push him into soccer, swim, all 4 years, and I finally was able to get him to do swim.
I don't think I've ever heard that name.
He's played a couple sports just for one season, I think, each at a time. I know he did tennis and golf at one point.
Are you agreeing with that, Liam, or you got somebody else you think's funnier on the team?
Well, he left the team last year because he was a senior, but I would say
Kyler.
Kyler
Kyler Dean?
He was great.
Good guy. I like Kyler Dean.
Oh,
Yeah.
miss him.
Are you in the band?
I am
No,
not.
you're in the band. And who did I have with you that was also in the band?
Ooh, Sean. Are you from the last interview?
Yeah,
Sean.
Sean. Yeah. Your favorite meet or moment, Logan, so far this season, or your career?
I think I'm going to go overall with my career. I think my favorite meet that truly had me fall in love with the sport was All County my freshman year. We were still a decently small team. A lot of the people on that team were brand new, didn't have very much experience, and we still were able to take a first place finish in both the 200 free relay and the 200 medley relay because Geneva made a mistake, and we were able to capitalize on that. And I think that's what truly made me fall in love with it, was getting that first place medal.
Isn't that key, though, to capitalize on somebody else's mistakes in sports? I mean, in the
Yeah.
sports world. They're giving you that opportunity. Let's capitalize. Liam, what about you? Favorite meet or moment so far this season or your career?
I'm going to go with this season. I would say my favorite moment was because I work on the second team, I have some experience in knowing some of the specific things you need to know for technique because I've been doing it for longer. So I can share that with some of the other newer athletes. And I think my favorite moment was when I taught someone how to do their stroke properly. That was really gratifying because I was very grateful that I could help him, and
Makes you feel
he's doing
good.
well now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes you feel really good. Liam, how do you balance swim training, academics, and normal high school life? How do you time manage all that? Think about it, Logan. You're getting it too.
For time management, it's mostly showing up on the right time. I have a lot of free time because of
Because of
my
the CCP?
the CCP schedule that I'm doing at home. It allows for just more time to work out where I need to be, when I need to be there, and mentally prepping like physically as well for those things.
I'd say about the same. My day stays very busy, especially around swim season with how my schedule works. I go to school all day. I have free periods in between 4th and 8th period is when I have my free time. So I'm able to be here today. But I spend a lot of that at home doing chores or taking care of the house or running extra errands for E Philanthropy on NHS. And then after school, straight to the gym and then straight to swim.
So neither one of you have anything you take at the Conneaut High School?
I take 3 classes. I take calculus, physics, and band.
Okay. And you, Liam?
No, I don't take any at the high school.
Nothing at the county high school. Okay. Best advice you've ever received from any coach?
I'm going to say my cousin. He went to CSU for swimming as well, and that got him a full ride, I believe. But he is also a very tall athlete, and he knows how to work with that height to improve your stroke. And I think the greatest singular small piece of advice I've ever received was to open my hand in a stroke. I kept pulling the water like this, but because of my hand length, I have the ability to push more water with my hand open.
Interesting. Logan?
Did not know that.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
That's interesting.
Kind of like a frog's web.
Yeah,
My hand's not big enough.
that is interesting.
Uh,
Any coach, any sport, best advice?
I've got to say, for my freshman year, we had Kira Mucci's mom, Miss Mucci. She was our assistant coach. She was a very strong coach. She kept us strict, just like Ethan does. And I'd say the best thing wasn't really advice necessarily, but every time before a meet, she'd always give us a big pep talk. She'd give us these little cards that told us how we were doing individually, and she personalized it for us, and I always thought that was great.
Yeah, that's a neat little story there. Most challenging swimming for you?
The most challenging part of swim, or just
What's your biggest challenge that you look at it for swimming, for your own personal self?
probably just try not to get in my own head.
Is that easy to do?
Yeah. Like when you're by yourself in the water, you don't know how you're doing, and you think you see people passing you, and it's just trying to stay consistent and fight against yourself from wanting to slow down or give up, and just trying to push through all the pain, because it does start to hurt, especially those longer events.
Liam? Most
I agree with
challenging?
that. It's a lot of fighting yourself mentally. Like, you see things in the water because of apparitions, water effects, and jumping in the water itself is just, it's a body shock. Your whole body switches into a swim mode, and that can completely disorient you, make you forget your event. I know multiple people, like my mom, who just completely started the wrong stroke because you hit the water and you just forget. So keeping yourself in check and knowing that is, I think, the best thing
Now,
I can say
didn't
for
we
that.
just have some recent freshmen do well at some kind of an invitational?
I believe so. Yeah, there was some freshmen who they have not previously known how to swim and did very well.
Is it unusual for a freshman? I mean, could a freshman be better than a senior in swimming?
Oh yeah.
That could happen. Just like in wrestling, then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about your recent achievement or personal best that you are proud of? Anything recent or?
Most recently, it has to be in my freestyle. I've gotten significantly better at it. It's always been, I mean, it's everybody's favorite stroke 'cause it's the easiest to do, it's the least technical. But I personally love it just because I feel the most comfortable with it. It's like second nature. It's like walking or breathing. And I've really sped it up this year, and I've been able to beat some personal bests.
Now, does your brother look to you for advice?
He does somewhat, but for the most part, he looks to Liam for advice because of his stroke right now. Mason's primary, secondary stroke is breaststroke, and that's what Liam is pretty decent at.
Liam, how would you say your younger brother in the middle school, you said 8th grade? How would you say he is right now at 8th grade compared to when you were at 8th grade, if you can remember?
Boy, my little brother he is a speed demon. I've never seen anything like it. He's a lot shorter than me, but he can move like nothing I've ever seen. He's almost as fast as me in many things, especially kicking.
Does size mean something in that sport? As
It
far
does,
as speed?
but I like to say water is the greatest equalizer. If you don't have a good technique and you don't know how to swim, even the strongest person can fail. And even the smallest person can be an excellent swimmer.
Now tell me this. Let's say someone goes through their whole, like, K through 8th grade. Never swam before. can they join the swim team in the 9th grade and learn it quickly, or
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
that
yeah.
would not be a difficult thing for them to do?
No.
Mhm.
We've completely taught people from scratch everything.
Really?
Yeah.
And they pick it up quickly.
Yes. Like
Wow.
usually with about 1 year of experience, you're able to make most of our relay teams and be pretty competitive within the sport.
Liam, goals for swim going forward. I asked you about college swimming. You said you don't really know about that, but do you have any goals going forward?
I do. I'm trying to get my 100 fly under a minute, and
And
I'm
where's it
trying
at
to make it back
currently?
to districts.
Where's it at currently?
It's at 103 or 102 because I swam slower than I did previously this last meet. The goal is to get that 2 seconds off and get it under a minute, and then also hopefully, if it's possible, get to districts with those two events, the 200 IM and that 100 fly.
Let's see here. Logan, advice to younger swimmers who look up to you.
My best advice I can give is keep training on and off season, especially. Continue to work out, continue to try to get better, working on your stroke, and it's never too late to start. You can start whenever and still become a very decent swimmer.
Who did you look up to?
When I was a freshman, it was
Not
Ethan.
this guy, was it? Ethan.
Well, it was Ethan, Liam, and Kiramuchi. 3 very, very strong swimmers.
Kira Mucci. Chrissy's her mother.
Yes.
Yeah, and she has a brother, Logan. Right? Logan Mucci. What about you, Liam?
What was the question again?
What was the question again? Advice to your younger swimming who looks up to you.
Um,
And then who did you look up to? Obviously, it's going to be a family member, obviously.
never give in to the temptation to stop working at a meet. I mean, in practice. It's easy to give up in practice, even if you're not trying to, not necessarily give up, but stop trying your best in practice. And that really, prohibits you from achieving your best at the meet. Because your practice needs to be a lot like your meet. You need to focus on actually pushing yourself to be the hardest. And I see that in my little brother. He loves to goof around, but I can tell when he really gets into the practices, that shows up in his meets, and I think that's the best advice I can give. And for
That's
as I
good
look up
advice.
to.
Yeah, that's good advice. Looking at other sports, is there, when you're swimming in a meet or at a practice, and can you get disappointed in yourself and your performance like you would do in other sports?
Oh, yeah.
You
most
can
definitely.
get. Can you, Liam, as good as you are, still get
Oh,
disappointed?
absolutely. It's
What would
It's a constant
disappoint you
struggle.
for you? What would be disappointing for you? And you too, Logan.
It would be, adding time to a previous thing. I would be disappointed if I didn't push myself mentally and I didn't prepare myself well enough. I would be disappointed that I didn't because I missed an opportunity, and there's only so many of those.
I have to say the same thing. Adding time to an event that you believe you should be PRing in constantly, like I just did at the last meet with my 100 backstroke. I was humbled greatly by it. I got my final time, and it was sad. It was like, wow, I don't know what happened, but I need to try harder.
Let's see here. What do you want your swim legacy at Conneaut High School to be? What do you want people to remember you for
That's
on the
tough.
swim team? You're going to get that question too, Liam.
I guess just trying to do your best and give it your all at all times, and trying to be kind of that emotional support for everybody.
Isn't that life in general?
Yeah.
Liam?
Because of where I think I'm going with my career, I don't think I'll be able to return much. But I think the best legacy I can give is the records I've put. Those are... I don't want people to see those as like an impossible greatness like I did when I was first looking at the records. I want people to see those as, this is what you could be. This is what you can do. This is possible.
I think we're going to see Liam Rich, Logan Knight up on those walls of Guards Gymnasium when they get those new signs coming in. That's what I think I'm going to see. Did I ask this one? How old were you when you first started swimming?
I believe
Did
I
you say
was
9?
7 years old. I
7.
think.
And
I started my freshman year, so 15.
15. Is it ever too old to start?
No.
No.
Not even at 71?
No. People start at 71 all the time.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Preference. I got this now. Why did I write this down? Oh, big championship meet. This is like, would you rather? You got to pick one. Your preference, Liam, big championship meet or a smaller dual meet?
I'm going to say
This is a little game we're going to play now. It's called Would You Rather?
big champion meet. I
Big
wanna say.
championship meet.
Yeah.
Reason?
Reason, just the environment of being in a larger pool with more people. You get into that mentality that just collectively everyone shares in the room of this is your chance to do something big. Now do it.
I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are.
Yeah,
Oh,
Next
yeah.
questions. Logan, what about you?
I'd have to say the same. A championship meet, as much as I love a good dual meet where you can have a little bit more fun and get to interact with the team that you're with more, a championship meet, you're just the people you're around, the environment, the way you feel. Those people, everybody around you there, they want to be there and they're going to give it their all, and they're there to try to beat you.
You're Mr. Knight. You're next. Would you rather? Can swim be a team sport, or is it about individual?
Swim is a very big team sport, especially with how our meets work. A lot of the points you get are from the team events, like our relays. And it's very important to work together to be able to figure out who's doing what stroke, what your strengths and weaknesses are, so we know where to put you, and to make ourselves a better team overall in the county.
Anything to add to that, Liam?
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of the events are just single individual events, but there really is that big team aspect. The most people show up for those relays.
So, like wrestling would be more individual than swimming because of the weight classes.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Logan, how did you and the team do at the Warrior Invitational? Did we just have that recently?
Yes. So I wasn't able to be there yesterday at practice to figure out the actual stats. I kind of heard a little bit from my brother.
Is that named after the Edgewood Warriors?
Yes, they were the
Okay.
one hosting that meet. I was sick yesterday, so I wasn't able to hear some of the stats, but I think we took third in our county.
I didn't get the chance to hear it either.
I know as a boys team we did very well. We beat out even teams like Geneva, who's always
Yeah.
been a very big competitor with us, and I think Edgewood and Lakeside slightly beat us, and that was just because we had a couple boys who were sick that day, and we had some events that were empty.
And what about the Chardon Invitational? Is that coming up, or you just had that?
I think that's still coming up.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, that one's still coming up. Okay. Liam, favorite part about about practicing, swimming practice rather than the meets. What's your favorite part of the practice? Because we all know practice makes perfect, right?
Yes. The hard timed sets.
Meaning?
So,
You gotta
meaning,
explain that to me.
so some people call them intervals, we call them send-offs in the other team that I work with. But that means you have a specific set of time to do a event, let's say a 50 yards, which is one length down and one length back, and you do that on, per se, 45 seconds. And then you just repeat that for the number of times that is set to. So 10 50s on 45 seconds, you do 10 of those, and you've got 45 seconds to do each one of those. Those are usually my favorite.
Logan?
I'd have
Favorite
to-
swim practice?
I'd have to say probably when we do our race pace practices. Ethan, he sets up a pretty decent set that I've seen this year, where he has us do 2 back-to-back 50s at race pace.
What's it called? What'd you just call it?
Race pace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just going as fast as we can and trying to keep that. And he does it with he does them timed. He does a best average. So we try to keep our times consistent while being the fastest that we can, and just doing that set multiple times and truly pushing ourselves, because you feel it first in your lungs, then your arms start to give out, then your legs, and then it's just trying to push through.
I heard this term before, so I just put it down. I don't even know if it fits. Maybe it does. You guys would know. 8-team relays?
Yeah.
What is that in swimming?
Yeah.
And who participates in that from Conneaut?
So the 8-team relays are our primary relay. That's the one that usually has the 4 best swimmers in it. And for our 8-team relay consists of myself, Liam, my little brother Mason Knight, and Brady Morrison.
Okay. So that was, I heard that, somebody was talking about that at a basketball game. So I picked it up because I knew you guys were going to be on. All right. Liam, butterfly for a week or cry and quit?
Oh, butterfly for a week. Absolutely.
As soon as I hear your answers, I got a question.
I mean, it has to be butterfly for a week because I could never just quit, but it would suck. So
What is all right, tell me why it would suck. What is a butterfly?
Butterfly is, it's the hardest stroke by far. So
that's why they say cry and quit then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So butterfly it's the full arm length motion, and that causes, there's a lot of strain on your body. So there's strain because you're pushing your arms down, and then you have to lift them out of the water and then get them back into the water and keep pushing. Doing that for even a 50 is hard. I've gotten used to it, and I think over time it doesn't necessarily get easier, but it gets more that you enjoy it. You have to keep going fast for it to be an efficient stroke. So as long as you're doing it fast, it's a good stroke, but it is very hard.
I heard of all the sports, swimming and tennis are the best for exercise.
I would say that's pretty fair, especially for swimming. It's a different type of cardio that you don't get out of any other sport. Especially in your heel support, you're using totally different parts of your feet, your legs, like muscles that aren't used very often are all used in swim.
Okay. Like I said earlier, if I say something that doesn't make sense, just let me know. Here's another would or rather. Miss podium for a PR or podium with a slow time?
What was the first option again?
Miss podium for a PR or podium with a slow time?
I'll let you start with that one.
Podium with a slow time.
Okay, now, what is PR, first of all?
For personal record? Yeah.
Oh, okay, personal record, okay. And podium is?
Getting a placement, getting a medal.
Okay. And what was your slow time, and what was yours?
It would probably also have to be slow time. Just getting that medal, it means a lot. So
Yeah.
whether or not it's slower than your actual time, it still means that you did decent enough to be able to place.
That's something to fear in swim, is just getting disqualified.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's so specific things you have to do.
So, does that happen a lot?
A lot.
Pretty frequently.
Yeah.
So,
there's-
how many by an official or by a coach?
By an official.
By an
We
official.
have at least, I think, 4 at all times watching
So-
the pool.
Different locations they're at?
Yes,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they get different angles of it. We have one in the front, one in
Okay.
the back, and then one on each side.
Now, do you ever question the officiating like players do in other sports?
Sadly, you can question it a little bit, but
get
for the most
nowhere with
part,
it, right?
their word is final.
Their word is final.
Like-
Do you have any issues with them at all?
It depends on the meet. In USA, for example, they
I gotta
are
go
more
to a
strict.
meet just to see how this all works.
Yeah. But, I mean, getting disqualified is definitely something to fear. I would say I fear USA officials more. They're way more strict. For example, in breaststroke, you would get one full pull, that's your body length, in the beginning, and then you have to bring your arms up. But if your hands touch before your head gets out of the water, you get disqualified for that. In USA, that is very strictly taught. But in the high school, they don't worry about that. They worry about other things.
So when if somebody was to get disqualified or ejected, I guess it's the same thing, do they have to miss the next meet too?
No,
Just
no,
that,
no.
just that
just
one.
just that
Yeah.
event is your time doesn't count overall.
So you can't, just that event?
Yes,
You
yes.
can come back for something else?
Yes. You're
Oh,
not
I
kicked out of the
see.
meet completely. Yes.
Okay, because in some sports you get ejected out of a game, then you can't even play the next
So
game.
nothing that crazy. That would be we would have
No.
that would be true
man.
problems. But
Yeah.
we've had some competitive meets where we
Right.
should have gotten medals
Right.
and we
Yeah.
got disqualified.
You can have your best time, and if you did one thing wrong, it's just doesn't
Left
count.
too early, or the ref believes
So it
you
can
left
be
too early.
upsetting.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
we've lost
Oh,
some first place, second place medals over that.
Warm pool, cold pool.
Cold pool.
100% cold pool.
Oh my
Okay, I
gosh.
gotta hear why.
Okay, so cold pool is shock. So when you hit the water, it's a body shock. You're like your adrenaline instantly starts pumping.
And that's good.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah.
And warm pool, you don't get that.
No,
No.
those are what like a lot of the swimmers they'll talk about when we get in the pool that day. The Spire is they're usually pretty consistent with the cold pool, but sometimes it is a little bit on the warm side. You call it a slow day where the pool's warmer, it feels sluggish and gross.
Interesting.
We've even had that at the Madison meet.
Yeah,
When we
I
used
was
to go to
thinking
the
the same
Madison
thing.
meet at the YMCA, their YMCA pool. The heater broke one time,
gosh.
and the pool was disgustingly, stupidly warm, and it just everybody's times got slower. For
What's
the most
like the
part.
room temperature like when you're swimming?
Yeah. Well, it actually does depend on the humidity of the pool. The pool changes the temperature of the air. Usually, it's pretty cold though.
Oh yeah.
And goggles, obviously, right? Goggles.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah.
wear goggles,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Swim in jelly or chocolate, or having a dolphin friend.
Dolphin.
Ooh,
I would also have to agree. Dolphin.
Really?
That's fun.
Yeah.
okay. Fins for every kick set, or paddles for every pull set.
Fins.
Yes, fins for every kick set.
Yeah.
Paddles are more of a trainer. They don't really, for me, they don't for the most part give me that much of an advantage when I'm doing that. Fins, however, they significantly speed you up.
Also, hand paddles are rather uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when Ethan says get your paddles on, I go, ugh.
You don't want to swim in jelly, huh?
Nah.
Oh, really?
I might be a little gross.
A calf cramp during the main set, or throw up after the set.
Oh my gosh.
Probably throw up after the set.
Yeah.
I get consistent calf cramps, and
That's
cramping
gotta hurt.
cramping
Oh
while
my
swimming
gosh.
is one of the
Oh my
worst
gosh,
things
that's gotta hurt.
because
It's
you
awful.
can't fix yourself, and you're stuck just kind of straight. Like if you do it in the middle of the water, where I usually do
You're
consistently,
frozen.
you're just stuck there, and you're just barely able to make it to find land.
It's awful.
That's gotta be murder.
Yeah,
That's what it
swimming,
feels like.
It's a whole body stroke. So even if one ligament is down, your whole body is just pretty much frozen in water.
So you guys are rather throw up after the set. You had to
Yeah.
pick one.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened? Is that possible?
Oh, it's,
Yes.
it's
Oh,
definitely
yes.
possible.
Okay.
Whether it's in taking in too much water or just being sick that day.
And have you guys ever had the calf cramp?
Oh, consistently, yes.
Is it normal?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially if you didn't eat at all beforehand.
That's why you were saying it's important to have those carbs like pasta, right?
Yeah.
Yep, getting your potassium.
That
in,
makes a
too.
big difference. What about liquids? Do you have to have that too before you, or just the food?
Yes, you
Yes.
have to be drinking a lot of water. In swimming, you easily get dehydrated actually, because you're not intaking a lot of water. It's just staying around you, so you can get dehydrated really fast.
Water, no
It's-
Coca-Cola, right?
yeah. I would recommend it.
Endless flip turns or endless underwater dolphin kicks.
I'm gonna go with dolphin kicks.
I would have to agree. Flip turns,
Guys
that
swim with these dolphins.
Yeah.
dolphin kicks, like those, I find those fun when we do our underwaters. Flip turns, I mean, they're okay, but doing them constantly, that would be a lot.
Yeah.
Goggles slip mid-race,
Gosh.
or cap slid mid-race.
Cap.
Cap, absolutely.
Why?
Cap doesn't really matter that
I'm
much.
asking why because I don't really know this.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
I've had a couple, like, I think everybody's had experience where your goggles come off in the middle of the race or at the start of
Annoying.
it. Oh, and they're very specific about it. You have to continue moving if you're going to put your goggles back on, or you just have to go goggleless, and then you're just left in the dark.
Ooh.
You're swimming in a chlorinated pool.
Ooh.
You can't see.
Nope.
You don't know when you need to make your turns, where you are. We've had kids who end up in different lanes because their goggles came off.
So you guys are choosing the cap.
Yeah.
Has either one of those two things have happened to you guys?
Oh yeah.
Just the
I mean,
goggles. I don't
Again,
think I've ever
normal.
lost my cap.
That's
Yes.
normal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Win one individual event or win the relay?
Oh,
I personally would have to say win the relay because it's just that team aspect of just being able to pull through and beat all those other teams around you who have just as many guys. It's very competitive, very close, and being able to pull through with that win. That's just that team togetherness.
I agree with the relay. It's beating one person versus actually making an achievement because you're fighting against the team's best output. So that's all their swimmers put in the order that makes them the most efficient.
Mm-hmm.
And if you win that, that's a huge goal.
Swim 2 races back to back, or wait hours between races?
That's really hard to say.
I think it really depends on the event that you're doing back to back
Mhm.
because that can make a big difference. But I'd probably have to say wait hours in between your event.
Yeah.
Just you're going to be dead tired after, like every event you're giving it your all, whether you're sprinting or doing a long distance event, you are tired and exhausted. That's what our last meet, my events were. I had 2 events or 4 events. First 2 were back to back, last 2 were back to back, and just that long distance in between. And it sucks doing that weight, but it's a lot better than just going back to back.
William?
I'm gonna say the hours wait. Hours waiting is unpleasant because you can be there all day.
Now,
you
what do
can
they
get
mean
cold.
by hours? Like, how many hours are we talking?
4 to 5 hours, especially
Really?
with those longer meets like our
Oh,
Hilltopper. It was 8 hours
So
long.
what do you do?
Stay warm? You're half dressed on deck. You gotta stay warm.
Wow, that's a lot of hours.
Yeah, it's a lot of waiting.
All right, what are DQs?
That's getting
Disqualified.
Okay, disqualification every time you swim, or a PR or never swim another PR again.
Yeah. Oof.
I guess it would have to be swim a PR and then never PR again. Mostly because if you're disqualified every time, you get no points. Sorry, no points, and you could never win an event again.
Do they keep track of that? How many times you're disqualified?
No. It just doesn't. Your time just doesn't show up ever.
Just 4 more here. Hair turn green from chlorine, or lose your eyebrows.
Well, I've had hair turn green before. My little brother he has very dark hair. It went blonde for a while there.
I'd probably have to say green area.
So you've had that happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Swim with sharks, climb Mount Everest.
Sharks, bring it on.
Sharks.
Swim the 500-yard freestyle with a 2-pound weight strapped to your ankle, or have to organize the entire team's tangled mesh bag full of gear while blindfolded.
Oh my gosh.
That's our closing one.
I would have to say do the tangle mesh bag. Doing a 500 as is already sucks.
Oh my gosh.
but
All right,
with-
you're saying, oh my God. Now tell me about those 2 things. What makes it, oh my God?
Well, 500, that's 20 lengths. That pacing just for that normally is excruciating. And doing it with a weight, by the end of that, you'd be at the bottom of the pool. I would rather be blindfolded and sort through everyone's
Wow.
tangled mesh bag.
just the mental toughness you need to finish a 500 as is, it takes a lot.
Mhm.
It is a lot of effort to try and stay consistent with your times and just push through and not get stuck mentally where you just zone out.
So where are you guys in the season right now? Are you typically in the beginning, the middle, the end? It can't be the end because you said you
No.
go into February. Are you still at the infancy stages, or are you getting close to the middle of the season?
I'd say we're getting close to the middle of the season. Even though we've only had 2 meets, a lot of our meets are coming up here soon where they're going to be back to back to back. And I'd say the middle of our season is usually all county and CVC, which is just next month. And
Now, are you in a conference like Chagrin Valley Conference or Division, or no?
Yes, we are in the
You are,
Chagrin Valley
and
Conference.
is some of our county teams are with you?
All of them, yes.
So
Except
same
for
as the other
PV.
sports.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Well, I was happy with this interview. I hope you guys were.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope some of the questions made sense. So good luck the rest of the year. And I'm sure I'm going to talk to you some more because I know we got mock interviews coming up for juniors and seniors this year at
Yes,
Conneaut High School
we're gonna
in
have-
February.
Yes.
And I'm one of the guys that do the interviewing, so that's coming up. I think that's something you would enjoy as well. And maybe seeing you again for youth philanthropy.
Yes, I should
Maybe
be there.
seeing you again,
Hopefully.
even though you said I already saw you once. I just don't remember. Well, anyway, congratulations to both of you and continued success in your senior year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Liam Rich, Logan Knight on Inside the Spartans.